Yo, welcome to the podcast, Nando Podcast Inside the Store, Culture Talk, Pedro Songs.
Yeah, nice to be here. Thanks for having me as always.
Yeah, this is not the first time.
Yeah.
Like, we had you before when we were trying out.
Yeah.
It's good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I remember I was saying you should come on, and then you were like, you want to have something to come talk about.
Sure.
Yeah, there's music out. You've produced like a lot of songs.
Yeah.
And then you have your own songs out too. Like, for the past few days, I was like, I'm going to have you. So I've been listening to a lot of your songs.
Okay.
Like from your previous work.
Okay.
Up until the most recent one that you put out. Like, so listening to the song, most of the songs like you do, you actually produce them.
Yeah.
So I've been wondering, like, how do you like come up with those sounds? Because your sound is different, like in a way. So I've been wondering, like, how do you create those sounds?
Okay.
Do you use like a different software from every other person, or I don't know?
You yourself, you're a producer, mixing everything. You're everything now.
Nah. Yeah, I'm just on the side.
Well, I think production for me is not really about the softwares are just tools. So it's just about expressing your own melodies. So it's not specific, to any software per se. And it's been, I think my sound has been shaped by what I've listened to over the years.
Wow.
The songs I fell in love with that made me fall in love with music in the first place.
Yeah.
So over time, that's why. So when I came the first time, I told you that my journey has been about trying to understand my sound. That's why I was not really. I can't say I did the right thing though. I was not putting out music much because I felt my sound was all over the place. I wasn't able to pin down exactly the sound I wanted. So
I always want to ask producers, and producers actually sing.
Yeah.
You produce, you sing. Which one do you prefer? Like, do you prefer like producing the music, or you prefer like singing? Which one do you prefer the most?
For me, I love all the processes. That's why, apart from producing my own music, I also produce for other people.
Yeah.
I mix for other people, even songs that I do not even produce.
I was going to ask, do you do you actually prefer producing for yourself or like producing for other people?
Both. But I don't always produce for myself too.
Oh, okay. People actually produce for you too. Wow.
I just want to be in the music space.
You do everything. But like, I've met some producers, they be like, they love it when you produce your own song because they can actually interpret easily.
True.
So you see other like artists be like, wow, this guy when he produced for himself is so different.
He's dope, boy.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like we hear that a lot, but then all the time when that comes up, I'll be like, okay, this guy is trying to express for himself, so it's easier for him to interpret it into sounds and stuffs.
Yeah,
so you've put out like a lot of songs, including like a body. There was one of the songs like I've heard on one of the previous project, which you have like a lot of artists on the project. You have like Black House. There's a choir. There's Stash. There's so many people on the project. Like it's so vast. Like that compilation is so vast. So I've been thinking, you even have prowess on one of the songs.
Yeah, I do.
So I'm like, when did you do those songs? Like, it sounds like different time, but then it could actually fit into a compilation.
Those songs I think we just put out about 5 songs, but the songs we did about, I think 12.
Oh.
Only 5 made it to the project. It was, I think the project will happen in like 2 months.
Wow. Wow.
So basically that project for me was one of the most best moments I ever had, because when we started it, I just had a dream about it. And when we reached out to people, the love for music in Bauchi is unbelievable.
Wow.
People just came, supported. It wasn't about paying people. It was just for the love of the music and the genuinity of what we're bringing. It seems people loved the stories that we told. So it was just magic. That's all I can say. I don't even know how it happened. I was just part of the team.
Yeah. Of course, you are at the center of everything. You're at the center of everything. So, I see. I had like Elna Star.
Yeah.
And then we talked a lot like about music. Some of it we didn't actually talk while we were recording.
Podcast,
but she said like she spoke so highly of you and how you've actually like supported her, and then how you've actually impacted a lot in her process and her journey so far. Like how is it for you to like being like an artist and a producer, and then you have like a responsibility to mentor somebody that is actually working with you? Because obviously it's not that easy to have like somebody that you have to look out for and to make sure the person gets it right. And then I don't know, man, it's so hard.
It's hard. I think it's part of the process, because none of us came on. We didn't just happen. We were also mentored. For me, when we started, the internet wasn't even there at that time. So it was about this guy who was into production. So for me, Concept Man was one of the people that mentored me a little, and so many other people. So trying to help people discover themselves. This is an opportunity that I can't throw away. It is not everybody that will have the opportunity to even look up to you for you to help them. So I take it very seriously for those that I can. So Elna has been one of many actually.
And the last time I was like, when is she going to put out like a project? And she was like, soon. I was like, let it be sooner than soon. And then boom, before I realized it, there's a project out. I'm like, wow. Yeah, you guys actually like got to work, and her project was fire.
It was
like incredible. Like within this, I don't know, maybe she's been working, but then within that like time, man,
she came alive.
Wow. There's a song that she has, like one of the songs she in French.
C'est soi.
Yeah. I don't really understand everything, but I love French, so the song just got me. I used to play it like every morning.
Wow.
Yeah, so you guys actually did a great job. And then she has like a visual out too. And then there's you in the visuals. I'm trying to understand the story of the song like and the visual. I don't quite get it.
Music is just spiritual,
That is very spiritual.
Music is spiritual. I can't tell you, I can't say that we pushed. All I know is the song is an old song, especially the one with the video, Stand By Me. We did it maybe like 3 years ago. So we put it out that time, and we'll put it out again this year. So someone heard it, actually. PK heard it.
Oh, okay.
And he reached out and he was like, yo, he likes the song. Why don't we try to make a visual? I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. That's what actually happened. Wow. That's nice.
And he did everything.
Kudos to you guys. And so apart from Elna, is there any other like artists that you're actually working with closely like that?
Yeah, I've been working with I would say the Northern Empire Gang.
Oh, okay.
We've been working. There's a project that we're going to put out next month.
Oh.
And it has a lot of people on it. Smart B.
Wow.
Black House. with cheese. I think we're maybe up to 10.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's
Produced by Shambi.
wow. Shambi is on fire.
Sick.
Shambi is on fire.
Yeah.
Sick too, man.
Yeah.
I love the energy.
Yeah.
Putting out like a lot of work like lately, and then I think that's what we need.
Yeah.
Right now, it's more music. And actually, you guys are actually doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because we all complain about wanting to grow, wanting to be where we want to be. But then it's not always about talking.
True.
Talking is about actually putting out work so that people can actually see.
Yeah.
And then people understand that these guys are actually putting out work, and I must commend your effort, like the whole empire, because it's like what do I call it now? It's like a whole movement that is erupting out
unknown
of nowhere.
Self.
Yeah,
you can't even put a name to it, but
yeah. So I think consistency is the key to all these things. True. Like slow, but steady, and like the longevity is what we should trust.
True.
So what is in stock? Like I know you're always making music, but then there's always like a strategic move to everything.
True.
So when are you putting out? When are you doing a concert? When are you touring? When are you like doing every other thing that is around the music creation process?
Okay. Well, after I think in September we'll put out one project, the one I just talked about. So put it out, push it out, then after that I'm going to put out my own project too.
Wow.
And I'm hoping to put out like 3 projects from now to the end of the year.
That's a lot.
We have a lot of. There's a lot of music. You remember we talked about it sometime. You called me and you were like, I have a lot of songs on ground.
Yeah.
So I want to put out some of the work out, and we're always making new music too. And I want to work with a lot of people. A lot of people that have shaped me, like you, POC, Stash. I want to put out a particular project I'm passionate about. You understand? So I think time is even not enough, right?
Yeah, I think you're living up to your promises. Because I remember when you were going to make like a big comeback, you put out a song, and then you were like apologizing to everybody for
neglect.
Yeah, and trying to discover yourself and stuff. And that song is fire, by the way.
Okay, thank
you.
I
remember we used to play like every day here at the store, and then guys be like, who is this guy that is saying sorry to everybody? I'm like, it's Don P. They're like, oh, Don P. I'm like, yeah, Don P, but they call him Pedro Songs now, and they be like, wow. A lot of people are like, where have you been? Yeah, I'll just be like, listen to the song.
To explain everything.
Yeah. So actually, that's a wonderful comeback, and then
thank you.
You have done so well by keep on putting on songs, and then even if it's not your own song, you're producing for somebody, you're actually mixing here and there, so it's good.
Thank you.
But if you thought like of like expanding to because like production skills to other craft like movies?
Yeah, I think in fact most happiest moments would be if I make movie scores.
Wow.
That's part of my plan. Because the movie scores takes a particular time.
Yeah.
You have to,
longer time.
You have to make the name. You have to. So, but movie scores will be my end game, seriously, because that's where very creative music comes. For me,
yeah. Because I was having a discussion with somebody that's actually into movies.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, Yeah, they need like hands. They need a lot of like creative hands in their industry. And then he feels like there's a lot of people that are actually into like the music industry that are so good, and they need to extend hands to them to support them, because they don't really have like most producers just focus on like producing for artists, and then they make music, but then they can actually produce like songs, like soundtracks. They call them soundtracks,
movie scores,
all those stuffs, and then like get the audios of the movies and then mix it and all those stuffs. Like they need people to actually invest into what they're doing, like just to get like a better like quality for the work they're doing. How about like a concert? Have you thought about that? Because obviously things will get back to normal.
True.
Like
already getting back to normal. We're getting used to it.
Because
we're adjusting.
I think we are tired. We are tired of the whole like situation.
Yeah.
So, but has actually the situation affected your process? Like in what way has it has actually affected, obviously, but in what way?
What I did for me is I made use of this situation. It seemed the first 2 months was restrictions and all that.
So a lot of restrictions.
So I just used in every bad situation there's always
a good.
So that was when I used the time to. In fact, to me, 2020 is one of my best years.
Wow.
So because I got time to really work with less distractions from other things.
Yeah.
So the effect for me is positive. I made it positive. I didn't stay and say, "Oh, my life is over." My life just started this year because of.
Yeah, I like that.
So, but you talked about the concert too. We're having plans. I have my brother, who is a sound engineer. We're trying to see how we can make a live show.
Wow.
Something that is different that we can stream live. So these things have to be properly planned, and
of course.
So we're going to do that here in the Hive. We're going to start with a small group of people musically inclined, and we'll see how it goes.
If there is anything I would want for that movement is to have like a show, like because I noticed over the years when you make music and then people actually love the music, they want to see you perform the music. Like it's a different feeling from just listening to the song to seeing you like perform the music. So I think it makes it complete for the audience. So I think that's why like performing is also very, very important and keeps like wonderful memories. Like people, when they go back to listening to the song, especially when there's no video for the song, the picture they have from the performance, like that is what it is. How about like having have you thought about like having like a concert where everybody that is involved in some form of entertainment can actually come together, and then we'll have like a week, like a festival or something for a week where all art will actually be performed like for 1 week. We should just have it. Like I'm having dreams about stuff like that.
Have you now?
I'm having dreams because there's so much, and then there's a lot of things that's actually dying off because people don't like get to reconnect again. Because this is actually something that can spark a lot of like sleeping potentials. So but if we can actually create like a platform where everybody that is involved in some kind of way can actually come. And then people that are into movies, you can have like a stage play or stuff like that. We can have like recently I see there's a lot of people that are actually into spoken word. They had like a competition recently.
Actually missed that. I wasn't around, boy.
It was
swell,
yeah. So like the creative industry actually needs like more platforms from the ones that actually exist in. So I think we should talk after this.
We'll talk, obviously.
We will talk about this, man.
We will.
Because
we will.
Man, we need to do something else.
True.
Like from the usual. So
sure.
This our conversation, it never gets finished.
It never gets
finished. We always have like a lot to talk about.
You know one funny thing, not just a lot of people are thinking towards that. So I think I talked with Stesh and he bought the idea. We talked about something like that.
You see?
So everybody is having it in mind. So if we
need to like click and then everything.
Everything will pop.
Because I think BMF 1 or 2 shows that's around is not enough. Like we can't just say we have to wait for the year to come around.
Yeah.
So we can have like a show. Nah. It's a stuff that we need like every once in a while. Like every month we have like one event. Like it's good. People have places to go. People
connect.
New people will emerge. Like yeah. So we need to bring back everything.
Actually, BIB is becoming very big. Until you go out, then you like.
I've not been out for some time.
Usually, I don't know Northeast.
Yeah. Music
is actually. They listen to Beehive. They know Beehive artists a lot. They listen to all the music. They're always like.
There's a lot of good music that is coming out.
A lot
from this side.
A lot.
And I love the fact that so many of our artists are open to like collaborations. And that's good. People need to like work together. Like working together actually helps expand.
So say.
Yeah. So Gaskia, thank you for always coming around. Like I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, you just talk now. Now you there. You've always been my guy.
No.
There's no move I don't make serious that we come and we sit. So the journey has been about holding hands.
Yeah.
You pull me up.
Yeah.
And so I'll be the one to thank you for the opportunity for what you've been doing.
This is a much needed conversation, man.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming. Culture Talk, Lando Podcast inside the store. Pedro Songs.
Thanks for having me.